Hey everybody, wanted to touch base again because we have a couple of assignments that are due this weekend, and I wanted to just outline them briefly so that you know what's due and when it's due. Okay, so firstly, we have our regular discussion forum, which is it was open yesterday and it will run until Sunday evening at 10 p.m. You'll have that time to log your initial and secondary responses for The Bacchae by Euripides. That's what we're reading, it's a play. We'll read some introductory materials in the book that I outlined. There'll be a lecture that you're going to be reviewing, and then you're going to be obviously participating in our discussion forum. Okay, this is what the book looks like. Pretty cool cover of Elvis Presley. Okay, if you have any questions about that, please get in touch. So that's going on. Secondly, we have our creation destruction myths that you are going to be writing. How fun. These will be due tomorrow, June 6th, by 5 o'clock p.m., and you're going to post them under the assignments tab. You can also email them to me if you want as a Word attachment. That works too. But detailed instructions for this assignment are currently posted under the assignments tab, so you should visit that if you have not done so already. But this is just a fun, creative assignment, sort of in contrast to the more, analytical and formal assignments that we're doing, reading and writing that we're doing throughout the semester. We've now read a couple of different creation and destruction myths. These are sort of creation destruction myths are some of the more like, fundamental aspects of myths. So many cultures have their own creation destruction story that they tell. So we're going to write our own. Why not? It'll be fun. So you really have free reign with these, but I did give you a list of sort of questions to help guide you, get the sort of wheels turning. So some of these questions, you can read them, but what existed before, your world came into existence? Was it a void? Was it darkness? What was there in the beginning? What kind of supreme being created everything? Is this one God, in a monotheistic society like in Genesis, for example, or do you have more of a polytheistic chorus, in mind when you're thinking about who created the universe, like in the Norse tales or in the Greek tales? If you have humans in your world, who was created first? Man, woman, were they created at the same time? If you want to list the aspects of your universe, how they were brought into existence, like in Genesis, we get the sort of itemized list of how God created, the sun and the earth and the animals and plants and water and etc. In regards to destruction, what happened? What did we do that was so bad that God or gods decided to destroy the universe and start again? How, by what method did the god or gods decide to destroy the world? Was it a flood? Was it fire? Was it, I don't know, being forced to watch Miley Cyrus twerk? I don't know. Whatever you have in those creative little minds of yours. What other questions? Oh, just stylistically, how you want to compose it. Do you want to write a poem? Do you want to write it just as a more traditional, prose structure? Totally up to you. Brevity is key in myths because many myths were passed down orally. So 1.5 to 3 pages. That's all. That's all you got. Um, the second part of this is that you're going to be kind of just doing an informal presentation of these myths. That's due on Sunday by 5 p.m. and you can upload those. I created a forums tab. You'll find it under there. You can just sort of tell us about your myth. You can upload a video. You can act it out. You can do anything that you want to do. But just tell us, share with the group, what your myth is all about, so we can enjoy together. Okay, so you have those things due, and then on top of everything else, such a mean teacher. Gosh, you have your first short writing assignment. This is going to be at 11 a.m. on Sunday. You're going to find instructions under the assignments tab. There are guidelines for these short writing assignments that are posted under resources. There's a document, you can review that. I'll just briefly go over what's sort of expected of you so you know what to expect. A couple of minutes before 11 a.m., you'll log on to Sakai, you'll go onto the assignments tab. You will probably not see the assignment yet. At 11 a.m. sharp, the assignment will pop up and you'll be able to view it. It will have instructions, basically saying choose one of these three questions and answer it, to the fullest of your ability. And you can either type, in the space provided, or you can write in Word and attach it as a Word attachment. Whichever you prefer to do is fine. But basically, what I want you to do is to answer the question and structure it as a mini essay. You should have a brief introduction where you introduce sort of your thesis statement, and your thesis statement can really be just like an answer, clear answer to the question at hand. You should sort of introduce like the actual text that you're reading. It should be included. The title and author should obviously be included. And then you'll have, 1 to 2 body paragraphs. You can use your books. So if you're going to, and I encourage you to cite directly from the book to help you support whatever your thesis statement is. Our jobs are to answer the question, provide a clear thesis statement, and then draw from the text to help you support your ideas. Okay, so maybe 1 body paragraph, 2 body paragraphs, bring in tech materials from the text, lines from the text, and make sure that you cite accordingly, author, last name, and then the actual page numbers and line numbers, since this is a play that you're actually citing. And then some kind of conclusion. Again, this is it doesn't have to be extensive, but your conclusion should always echo your intro. So echo the ideas that you set forth in your introduction. That should be the structure of your essay. You have 30 minutes to do this, which is not a ton of time, but it's enough time to sort of answer a question, pull in some quotes from the text to help you support yourself, and then echo your intro. Think about it as like, the writing portion on the SAT. Okay? Something like that. It's designed not to torture you, but to sort of help you collect your ideas, collect your thoughts, and practice like you're practicing in your discussion forums, and practice for your final paper, sort of how to clearly express yourself and analyze the text at hand. Okay? So those are all the assignments that are due for this weekend. Hopefully this, helps you out a little bit just in terms of, um, you know, making clearer what's expected of you and what's due when. If you have any questions, please get in touch. If you can't take the online short writing assignment at 11 a.m., if you have a conflict for some reason, not like I'm going to be sleeping, but like I have work or whatever, then get in touch with me like now so that I can change